Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Wild Health Field here in Lexington, Kentucky. Today, our matchup, it's the Lancaster Barnstormers against your Lexington Legends. Glad you're with us this afternoon. These two teams went at it last night in a 6:35 p.m. start, and the game went through 11 innings before it was finally decided, with the Barnstormers taking away a 3-2 win in a very exciting ball game last night. It was Brandon Phillips' birthday yesterday, his 41st birthday, and he hit his first home run of the year in last night's contest. He's back in the starting lineup today, and we hope we get more fireworks from him here this afternoon. I'm Tom Gross. Glad you're with us today. Good to be here with you on a Wednesday afternoon, and we got a small crowd but a vigorous crowd. They're getting into everything here early on, so we'll see how things go. Starting pitchers for today, it'll be Brooks Hall, a right-hander. He'll be starting for the Barnstormers, and he's had a good season thus far. He's started 3 games, and he's got a record of 0-1, but his ERA is 1.38. He's pitched 13 total innings. He's allowed 2 runs. Both of those were earned. No home runs. He's only walked 2 batters, and he struck out 16 in 13 innings. So he's having a heck of a season thus far for the Barnstormers. For the Lexington Legends, they're going to go with a lefty in the game today. It's going to be Dormany starting it out for the Legends, a 6.87 ERA. He's 3-3 on the season. He's been in 9 ball games, started 8 of them. So we'll pick up more about him when he continues to pitch here in the first inning. So for the Barnstormers, Ross Peoples is going to send up the center fielder, Shawan Dunston Jr., and the first pitch in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike the count. The pitch, bouncing ball foul down the third base line, and the count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Dunston Jr., 299 batter on the season. He's got 3 RBIs, no home runs yet on the year. Left-handed hitter. So lefty versus lefty here to start off the first inning. The pitch, that's inside and tight. Backs Dunston out of there. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. So Lancaster 25-34 coming into today's game. This ball's lifted foul left side. Got a little room over there, but that's about 3 rows deep and behind the dugout. No chance for Cordero to get over there and make a play on it. Defensively, it's Tejada at first, Phillips at second, Cuevas at short, Geraldo at third, Smith Jr. in left, Powell in center, Irvin in right, and catching is Swihart. Ball gets away, and down to first base on a strike 3 is Dunston. So strikeout for Dormany, his first strikeout of the game, but on first base on the pass ball is Dunston. So runner on first, nobody out. That'll bring up Melvin Mercedes, the second baseman. Melvin's got 4 dingers on the year, 25 RBIs. He's a 243 hitter, bats from the right side. Facing Dormany, the pitch, that's up high for a ball. You can see Mercedes a short player, and if he crouches, that strike zone gets smaller and smaller in there. Here's the pitch. Misses outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Ross Peoples, the manager. Mark Johnson is the pitching coach. And if they've had any kind of an issue this year, it's been on the pitching end, they can score runs. A lot of good hitters on the club. But it seems like when they get a good squad together, they all get signed. And that's ball 4, and down to first base goes Mercedes. So he'll be on with a base on balls. And down to second base goes Dunston Jr., so nobody out. Runners on first and second, and the number 3 hitter, the left fielder Kelly Dugan, number 30, will step in. He's also left-handed hitter, and you talk about a wide open stance. Dugan has one of the widest stances I've seen in the league. Dormady the pitch. That's slapped over towards second base. Phillips comes up with it, flips it to first, got him. Both runners will advance as Dugan hits it to the right side. So ground out 4-3 for the first out of the inning. Mercedes down at second base. Dunston Jr. at third. Andretti Cordero, the third baseman, number 12, will step in, right-handed hitter. So Dormany now, opportunity here to get himself out a little bit of a jam here that started with a pass ball and then a base on balls. So 2 in scoring position here, and Cordero steps in with a .305 batting average on the season. 8 home runs and 46 RBIs. And Dormany, the wind and the pitch. That misses outside and high, ball 1. Swihart behind the plate today. He's mainly the steady catcher for the Legends. Last night, Pete Jorgen, the other catcher, he got spiked on a play. He also got roughed up on a foul ball on another play last night, and so they took Jorgen out of the game, and Swihart's doing the catching duties today. That pitch misses. Count 3 balls and no strikes now to Andretti Cordero. So here's Dormany, the pitch. That's laced foul to the right side. Hits the glass down in the last suite and then bounces on down into the stand. Somebody already on their way to pick that up. Good lead off of second base. Phillips having a little fun out there with Mercedes at second. The pitch, that's bounced foul right behind home plate. Now it's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. Runners at second and third. Dormany, the left-hander, looking to hopefully get a strikeout here or a ball in the infield. Infield playing fairly in on this situation with runners at second and third. Dormany, long look this time, and now timeout called as Cordero got a little tired of waiting for a pitch. So he steps out and he'll step back in. Now we're ready to go. The pitch. That's hit foul over to the right side, and that's out of the seating area up on the roof. So the .305 batter staying alive here with a couple of extra foul balls. That last pitch by Dormany, just 84 miles an hour. Here's the pitch. That's bounced up the middle. Grabbing it is the shortstop. The throw to first, not going to be in time, and 2 runs are going to score on that play. Really no chance for the shortstop, Cuevas, to get that over to first base. So I would imagine that's going to be a hit. It is. So Cordero with an infield single. And he'll get a couple RBIs on the play. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball one. So Cordero at first base, 2 runs in now. And the pitch from Dorminey. There's a swing and a miss. Fastball in the same spot. Counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Brandon Phillips cut in front, thought he might have a play on that ball and didn't. And Cuevas immediately, as soon as the ball hit his glove, he was in the act of throwing and threw a little high, but it wouldn't have caught the runner anyway. Clark, the batter. Ladarius, a .286 hitter, 11 home runs, 32 RBIs. Takes that pitch low for a ball. Count 3-2 now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Clark. 11 home runs, 32 RBIs on the season for Clark. And the pitch. That's outside. Runner going. He's going to be down there easily because of the base on balls. Clark will walk to first base. Cordero that'll bring up the first baseman, Colton Shaver, number 35. Shaver, a right-handed hitter. .274 batter on the season. He's got 9 home runs and 37 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's hit straight up in the air. Down the right side, and that's going to go out of play. Phillip Irvin trotted over that way just in case, but it kept curving foul and out of play. Winds right now about 3 to 5 miles per hour, blowing in toward home plate here from dead center field, so not going to be a helping wind by any means today. There's a pitch in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to count now with 1 out. Runners at first and second. 2 runs in for the Lancaster Barnstormers. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And he got him. That's the second out and second strikeout in the inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 21, Trayvon Robinson. Trayvon, a .244 hitter. He's not hit a home run yet this year. Got 11 RBIs. First pitch, a little bit of a breaking pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike. No balls and 1 strike the count. 2 runs and 1 hit for Lancaster. There's a swing and a miss, and quickly Dorminey out in front. No balls and 2 strikes. Robinson, the 7th batter to come to the plate here in the top of the first inning. The pitch. Little bouncer toward third base. Throw to first, and they got him. So Geraldo with a great play. Ground out 5-3. And that'll retire the side. But they did get 2 runs on 1 hit, and there were 2 runners left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. It's Lancaster 2 and your Lexington Legends coming to bat. Boog Powell leads it off for your Lexington Legends. That foul ball, the second strike in the count. He looked at a ball and he looked at a strike to start things off here. Boog, a 274 hitter. And the pitch, he fouls this one off down toward the Legends dugout. Boog has 6 home runs on the year, 19 RBIs. Left-handed hitter, stands all the way back on the back of the batter's box and has to go down to get out of the way of that pitch. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Brooks Hall, known as a strikeout pitcher, more than 1 strikeout per inning. Boog Powell lifts this one foul off the roof and out of play on the left side. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That's low and inside, and the count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Seen Boog get behind 0-2 many times and able to draw a walk. Let's see if he can get one here with a tough pitcher in Hall. He lifts this one pretty high and deep to center field, but now shortening up out there is the center fielder Dunston Jr., and he hauls it in for the first out. So Powell with a fly out to center field. 1 down, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 15, Tillman Pugh. Tillman using the stick in today's game for the time being. Anyway, nice to have a versatile player like Tillman where later in the game, if they need to, they can move him into a fielding position if they need to make a change somewhere else. First pitch is down low for a ball. Brooks Hall, good pitcher. Very low ERA. Swing and a miss by Tillman. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. .35 ERA currently. Gets a hold of this one and lifts this about the same spot that Powell did, and there's 2 down. Dunston Jr. with 2 putouts. Here comes birthday boy Brandon Phillips. Hit a home run on his birthday last night, but it wasn't enough as the Legends dropped it in 11 innings by the final score of 3-2 in a very exciting baseball game. Hoping to get more of that here this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Pitch to Phillips is a ball outside. Here's the shot toward the third baseman. Up with it is Cordero over the first. And he got him. The throw pulled the first baseman Shaver off the bag, and Phillips tried to slide around in order to get to the bag, but Shaver able to get the tag on him. So ground out 5-3, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was nobody left on base. We've played 1 complete, and our score is the Barnstormers 2, the Legends nothing. We are back, ready to go here in the top of the second inning, and the Barnstormers are going to send up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here in the top of the second. It'll be the shortstop, Anderson Felix. Anderson, a .248 batter on the season, 2 home runs, 24 RBIs. Steps in, you see that protection on his right front ankle. Here's the first pitch, in there for a strike. Last night's game, the home run by Brandon Phillips was the first hit of the game for the Legends in the 6th inning. They were no hit for 5 innings last night and ended up taking it on the chin in 11, 3-2. They've yet to hit here in this game, but we're just getting started. That pitch down low. Dorminey's 86-mile-an-hour fastball falls off out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's low. 3 balls and 1 strike now. On the shortstop for the Barnstormers. And the pitch misses outside. Ball 4, so Felix will walk to first base, and that'll bring up the catcher, Anthony Peroni. Peroni on the year. A 176 hitter. He's got a home run, 8 RBIs. He bats from the right side to go against the left-hander Dorminey. Thomas Dorminey, a 7.17 ERA. First pitch in there for a strike. Legends definitely need a good outing from him this afternoon and need the sticks to come alive here and see if they can't pick up a victory in Game 2 of this series. It's in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes the count. So Dorminey out in front here. You got Felix on first base. He walked. That pitch misses outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tejada holding him on over there at first. Getting a pretty good lead over there. Peroni steps away from that pitch. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Dorminey, the pitch. Runners go and throw. Not near in time. Stolen base for Felix. So Felix, another runner in scoring position here with nobody out. 3-2 count on Peroni. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. He'll hold the runner, throws to first, got him. 1 down. That'll bring up Shawan Dunston Jr., the center fielder. He struck out in the first inning, but the ball got by Swihart, and he was able to advance to first base and later came around and scored. One of the 2 runs for the Barnstormers. That ball hit into the dugout down the right field line. Dorminey now, the pitch, and that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike the count with 1 out. Felix down at second base. Getting a pretty good lead down there as Cuevas going to play behind him. Try to hold him fairly close. Here's a bouncing ball. That's going to go foul into the Legends dugout. That one will go in the bucket for batting practice tomorrow. One ball, two strikes, one out. Here's the pitch. No, there's a fake. And stepping towards second base was Dormany, but he did not throw. So just trying to hold the runner, Anderson Felix, on second. Here's the pitch. Bouncer. That's toward first base. Tejada's going to take it himself. And over to third base goes Felix. On the ground out, 3 unassisted. Two down, Melvin Mercedes, M² steps in. He walked back in the first inning. Went to second on a ground out by Dugan, and then was able to score on that play where Cordero hit that deep infield single back behind second base. He was running all the way from second base on the play and scored easily. The pitch. Fastball just misses inside. 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Mercedes 243 hitter. Here's the pitch. That catches the outside corner. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. So Dormany looking to shut it down right here. There's a shot. That's hit pretty well to left, but not deep enough. And tracking in to get it, Smith Jr. And that'll be the third out of the inning on the fly out to 7. In the inning, there was no runs and no hits. And there was 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Score remains Lancaster 2, the Lexington Legends nothing. All right, welcome back to Wild Health Field. We head to the bottom of the second inning, and it's going to be your Lexington Legends up. The cleanup man, Philip Irvin, the right fielder, will be the first batter to the plate for your Lexington Legends. 21-37 on the season. Very slow start this year, and a lot of different changes as far as lineup and so forth, experimentation, trying to figure out a winning formula here. Let's see if they've put it together with Irvin in the cleanup spot. First pitch to Irvin, in there for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Phillip, number 27, batting from the right side this season. He's got a .246 average, and here's the shot. He hits this deep to center, and it's caught out there. Nice play by Dugan. So fly out deep to 7 for the first out of the inning. Isaias Tejeda will step in now, the first baseman, number 13. Tejeda also a right-handed hitter. Batting .231 on the year with 4 home runs and 20 RBIs for the Legends. Had a lot of different players at first base early on, but he's pretty much settled in defensively to that first base spot. Last several games. Good hitter. Brooks Hall, the pitch. This ball's hit pretty well. Left center field. That could be gone. That is gone. Way out of here. Home run beside the crush zone sign, and Tejeda with a home run. There you go. The no-hitter last night broken up by a solo shot. Same thing happens here. Isaias Tejeda with a solo shot, getting congrats from his teammates. Into the dugout he goes, and that quickly it's a one-run ball game. 2-1 now the score. Barnstormers lead by 1, both teams with 1 hit each. And Dwight Smith Jr., left-handed hitter, will step in, and he takes a strike outside part of the plate. Smith, 300 hitter on the season, only been with the club a couple of weeks here. He's got an RBI, that pitch, inside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 1 out and 1 run in. There's a big swing and a miss. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brooks Hall giving up some hard hit balls in this game thus far, and that ball hit by Irvin almost was out of here. And then Tejeda follows up and gives us a no-doubter out to left center field. The pitch. That's laced toward the first baseman. It's off his glove. They're going to have a play at first, and they get him. Nice job there by the pitcher, Brooks Hall, as he came over, saw there was trouble, as the first baseman, Shaver, was able to knock the ball down, could not get up. He was in a flat, prone position. Mercedes able to come up with the ball, and Brooks Hall was running to first all the way, so count that a ground out. 3-4-1. 2 down. Swihart steps in. That ball is fouled off into the netting behind home plate. No balls and 1 strike to count. 2 down now. Blake, a 162 hitter on the season. He hits this one right to the first baseman. Shaver's going to take it himself, and that'll retire the side. But a run in the inning, the big home run by Isaias Tejeda. There was nobody left on base, and after 2 complete, our score, it's the Barnstormers 2, your Legends 1. All right, here we go. We're ready to go. Top of the third inning here from Wild Health Field. Glad you're with us on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel for live Atlantic League baseball action. First pitch here in the top of this third inning is in there for a strike. Kelly Dugan, the left fielder, who had a couple nice catches out there in left, laces this one into right field for a base hit. Dugan 1 for 2 now. He grounded out to Phillips back in the first inning, but now is safely on with a single here to start off the third inning. That'll bring up the third baseman, Andretti Cordero, number 12. He singled in a couple of runs there in the first inning. He's 1 for 1, and the first pitch to him is inside and low for a ball. 307 hitter now. 8 home runs and a couple more RBIs tacked on to make it 48. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Big L getting the kids stirred up in the stands. They were pretty fired up already, and he's getting them more fired up here. Hoping for a 1-2-3 inning here for the Legends. The pitch. That's hit pretty well. In the air, right center field, deep, and that's going to be off the wall. Powell's going to play it, fire it into the cutoff man. They're going to throw to third base, and it's offline. Run will score. And into third with a stand-up triple is Cordero. Don't see many triples in this park, but you just saw one there, an RBI triple. And that makes it 3-1 now. Nobody out here in the inning, and now the umpires are coming in to talk something over here. I don't know what their chat is about. They were talking as if the ball may have hit the ground and then bounced off the scoreboard, which would be considered out of play out there, but it apparently hit the top of the wall. The closest umpire to it out there looked like Darnell Ray, and he pointed toward third base, so it is a triple for Cordero. Runner on third base, 3 runs in now, 1 run in this inning. This is hit to right field. Irvin twisted around out there, but he's able to make the play. And that'll bring another run in on the sacrifice fly. So a sac fly to 9 for the first out of the inning, and in comes Cordero to score the second run of this inning, the 4th of the game for the Barnstormers, and they lead it 4-1. The pitch with 1 out to Colton Shaver, the first baseman. He struck out back in the first inning. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Thomas Dormany has been working pretty rapidly in this contest. There's a swing and a miss. Not wasting a lot of time out there. When he's comfortable and knows what he wants to throw, he gets right at it, and he's going to do it again here, it looks like. May have jinxed him a little bit, taking a little longer this time. The pitch misses inside, and the count now 3 balls and 1 strike. So Lancaster in their red uniforms with LANC across the front. That bouncing ball into the stands down the left field line. And third base coach gets it and flips it up to a fan on up in the stands. Here's a shot to third. Nice glove play by Geraldo over to first. Got him. Ground out 5-3 for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Trayvon Robinson, the designated hitter. He grounded out. Geraldo to Tejada back in the first inning to end the inning for the third out. 0 for 1. Dormady, the pitch. That's fouled off right behind home plate. Back to get it is Swihart, and he'll haul it in, and that retires the side on the pop out to number 2. But in the inning, they end up with 2 more runs on 2 hits, and there were no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the third inning with the score, the Barnstormers 4 and the Legends 1. We head to the bottom of the third inning here at Wild Health Field with the Barnstormers leading at 4-1. Manuel Geraldo, number 18, will lead it off, the third baseman, his first at bat of the game. He's a .230 batting average, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Second pitch in there low and inside, and he jumps ahead of the count, 2 balls and no strikes. So Brooks Hall, a one-hitter thus far, a home run. There's a swing and a miss. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Isaias Tejada with a no-doubter to left center field. As soon as he hit the ball, the left fielder Dugan and Dunston Jr. in center both turned and just watched it go. Hit real well on the way up, going out over mid left center field. Here's Hall, long look this time, and Geraldo will step out. Now here's the pitch. Misses outside, breaking ball. Took quite a bit off of that one and just stayed outside on him. 4 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Lancaster. 1 run, 1 hit. Here's a ball launched to center field. Very high, But in his tracks out there, Dunston Jr., no problem with that one, and he'll haul it in for the first out of the inning. Got to bring up the shortstop, batting in the 9 spot, CC Cesar Cuevas. Number 6, plays position 6. And batting in an up-down 9-6 position in this game in the 9th spot. Up-down 6 position, I should say. .210 batter on the season, 1 home run. He's got 18 RBIs. He, too, likes to plant that back foot all the way back in the batter's box. Here's a dribbler to the third baseman. Cordero over to first. And he got him. Bang, bang play at first on that one. So ground out 5-3. 2 down now. Got to bring up Boog Powell. Boog flew out to center field. Right behind the mustache in center. Back in the first inning, he's 0 for 1. First pitch to him, low for a ball. Powell, 273 batter, 6 home runs, 19 ribbies for the Legends. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. The big left-hander, the pitch. This one's fouled. Hits the top of the netting and then goes up into the stands. Brooks Hall is 6'5", 235. Right-hander out of Anderson, South Carolina. He played in Biloxi on the AAA team down there. That ball misses outside, and Hall wanted that one. Thought he had it. Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 2 out, nobody on base. Legends down by 3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The pitch. Up high, they check him. He didn't go. Hardly moved the bat, just went straight up with it. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So another tall pitcher in this Atlantic League. The land of the Giants. There's a ball that's golfed straight up in the air. Now I believe they may have a play. Going to be near the dugout, and they will not have a play. Bounces into the stands. And young man able to pick it up. The kid with the glove said, "I missed it by an inch." Non-baseball related question that you might have the answer to. What's the little black flakes in your cup after you had ice in it? That happens a lot. It's from the ice maker, I'm sure. Here's a ball lifted foul in play in foul territory, and over to make the play is Cordero, and that'll retire the side. Pop out, foul to 5 for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Score remains Lancaster 4, Lexington 1. Here we go. We're to the top of the fourth inning. Going to be the shortstop, Anderson Felix, to lead things off. He walked, stole second last time. This time he's going to lace a single right straight up the middle for a base hit. So the 8-hitter's been up twice. He's been on base twice now. This time with a single, 1 for 1 in the game. And the catcher, Anthony Peroni, number 2, will step in. Peroni looking to raise that 175 batting average, hoping to do it here at Wild Health Field. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Yeah, it was at a fast food restaurant this morning where I got the ice, and it was a dipper. They actually took the cup and dipped the cup down into the ice machine. So may have been something off the door or something off the top of the ice machine. Don't know. And the pitch. When I call a game, I'll use bottled water, so I know it didn't come from that. And the only other thing in the cup was the ice. But I'll be careful not to drink it, whatever it is. Here's a bouncer to shortstop. He'll step on second, throw to first, double play. Nice play there by Cuevas. Hesitated a second. Let's watch the replay here, but you can see him. He'll come up with it, wanted to throw it, and then went ahead and stepped over and made the play himself. So the put out at second base was 6 unassisted for the first out. And then double play goes 6-3. 2 outs. Back to the leadoff man here in the fourth inning. It's Shawan Dunston Jr., center fielder. He's 0 for 2 and scored a run. Struck out in the first, but reached first after Swihart was unable to retrieve the ball he swung at. The pitch. That's misses low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to count. So Dunston in with a run scored and 0 for 2 day thus far. That pitch misses outside. Breaking pitch, 83 mile an hour. Broke off too much. Now the pitch. There's a fastball right down the middle. Thomas Dormady. This ball's hit in foul territory down the left field line. There is some room, but a little too far out of play. Hit the sidewalk over there. Took a big hop over toward the inflatable slide. So Dunston Jr. steps back in. Count now 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. Dormady looks out toward his fielders and then back toward home plate. Here's the pitch. Little high, ball 4, and for the second time in the contest, he's given up a walk on a 3-2 count. Dunston Jr. trots down to first base with 2 out, and that'll bring up M² Melvin Mercedes, the second baseman. He walked back in the first inning and then flew out to left field in the second, so he's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. That's right there on the corner. Took a little off that one. No balls and 1 strike. And Dormady working fairly rapid. Swing and a miss, and stolen base, or they're going to call him out. There was an interference call on the batter, so who's out there? Is it the runner or the... We'll get that deciphered for you here in a minute. Nevertheless, no run score on the play as Peoples comes out to talk it over with the home plate umpire. We'll take a break and be back and get you all straightened out on everything here. We do know the score is Lancaster 4 and Lexington 1. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the fourth inning we go. We believe the ruling batter interference on the attempted throw to put the runner out who was trying to steal. So he is out, and that would be the third out of the inning. So hold the runner at first base. He ends up stranded there, and Mercedes is called out on the interference call. And he now is 0 for 2 and a walk and a run scored in the ball game. So we're caught back up. Tillman Pugh steps in, the designated hitter. He's got an 0-1 pitch on him already, and that pitch right back up the middle. Oh, nice play by the second baseman and throw to first base, and they get him. Wow. Mercedes covered a whole lot of ground there. Got the ball literally on the left field side of second base and made the perfect throw. So ground out 4-3 the hard way for Mercedes. I'd put a star by that play for Mercedes, man. What a great defensive effort there. And the throw was perfect to just beat out the hustling Tillman Pugh. Got to bring up Brandon Phillips. He grounded out to the third baseman back in the first inning, 0 for 1. His second appearance against Hall, and that fastball misses outside, ball 1. In all the at-bats that Brandon Phillips has had in his career, you'd think there'd be no better player that knows the strike zone than he. There's a ball that's fouled off over our heads and out of play. Well, I'd like to get a ball from him here. That would be kind of cool. One pitch, misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike the count now on Brandon Phillips. 238 hitter, home run, 4 RBIs. The home run and the RBI coming last night in that 3-2 loss in 11 innings. The pitch, swing and a miss, way out in front of that one. Hall decided to bring the heat, 88-mile-per-hour fastball that time, and Phillips looking for that breaking pitch one more time. 2-2 pitch. And umpire said he went around on that, and Brandon says, no, I didn't, but nevertheless, he'll be called out on strikes. And that will be, I believe, the first strikeout of the game for Brooks Hall. It is. So the guy that's got over a strikeout per inning thus far this season gets his first strikeout here in the fourth inning on Brandon Phillips. That's 2 down. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Phillip Irvin, who flew out fairly deep to left field last time up. In fact, Dugan caught it going away and up against the wall, so didn't have much more room. It would have been out of here. See if he can't add a little bit of oomph to one here. 245 hitter, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs. Slaps this one down the third baseline. Nice play by the coach for the Legends, and he throws the souvenir ball out to a fan. One-two pitch from Hall. Swing and a miss. And he foul tipped it. It's on the ground, so he stays alive there. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hall just cruising right along here with a 1-hitter. Bottom of the fourth. That misses inside for a ball. But he's 6'5". It's amazing to me why there are so many tall pitchers in this league. The pitch. He reached out and barely got a piece of that one to stay alive. Two down, Pugh grounded out on an excellent play by Mercedes at second base, and then Phillips struck out. 2-2 pitch. Misses outside. We got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on base. Hall the pitch. That's outside, ball 4. So Irvin coaxes a walk there. And that is the first walk of the game issued by Brooks Hall. He's only issued 2 all season long. That's his 3rd walk he's given up this year. That'll bring up Azasis Tejada. Solo home run back in the second inning, the only hit of the game. Only run of the game for your Lexington Legends. He's got a runner on first base now. The pitch misses outside, ball 1. So Brooks Hall does remember who this is. First pitch was 2 feet out of the strike zone. He looks over to first base. Nice lead over there by Irvin. The pitch, swing and a miss as Tejada went after another ball outside of the plate. Tejada, 237 batter, 5 home runs now and 21 RBIs. That ball's fouled away. Again, as I was saying before he hit the home run last time up, he's got the strength to do it. He's a good hitter. Watching him in batting practice this season, it's just getting the job done in the actual games against live pitching. Throw over to first and back in time is Irvin. If he should get the screws turned up a little bit on that bat, he could be a force in this lineup for the Legends. Here's a swing and a miss. He got him, and that'll retire the side. Second strikeout for Brooks Hall coming in this inning and in the game. Third out of the inning. In the inning, there were no runs, no hits, one runner left on base. And we'll head to the top of the fifth inning. Score remains Lancaster 4, Lexington 1. All right, here we go. We're ready to go one more time here, top of the fifth inning, and it's the Barnstormers coming to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. One around, no balls, one strike, the count to Kelly Dugan. Kelly singled back in the third inning and later scored a run on that triple by Cordero, who was batting behind him. Hit it right off the top, bounced and hit it right off the top of the black sign out there, the guard sign. The pitch misses outside. Nice swiping catch by Swihart. Swihart with the swipe. Goes together. Pitch misses, ball 4, and for the third time out of 4, we got a runner on base to lead off the inning. So a walk issued. I'm trying to count them up real quick here. I believe that is 4. That's 5. 5 walks allowed by Thomas Dormany. First pitch there, a strike. No balls and one strike. The count to Andretti Cordero. 2 for 2, 3 RBIs. He's got a double, or triple rather, and a single. His single was a high bouncing ball that continued to bounce high way out into the outfield turf area there beyond the brown, and really no chance to make a play at first base, although Cuevas tried to throw the runner out, and then it ended up allowing the second runner on base to come around and score. So good day for Cordero. 3 RBIs, 2 hits, a run scored. What else does he have up his sleeve today? He's got Dugan at first base again. The 310 hitter looks out to Dormany, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Dormany gets him this time. That'll be the third strikeout of the game for Dormany. First out in the inning, and up comes Ladarius Clark, the right fielder. He walked back in the first inning and then knocked a runner in, knocked Cordero in from third with a fly ball. Here's a throw to second, not even in time. Phillips keeping the ball on him, walking around him. Dugan just standing there. Phillips kept the ball on him and did 2 laps, and he never came off the bag, so there you go. Clark, a .286 hitter, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike the count now as Dugan gets a lead off second base. Runner on second, 1 out. The pitch to Clark misses outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Ladarius, no official at bat. Sacrifice fly and an RBI, and then he walked in the first. So waved at that one. They say no. Had the fly swatter out that time, but didn't hit it, so counts 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's what it looks like to me, is Grandma doing that real quick little wrist movement to swat the fly. Able to hold the bat back, not get it out across the plate. And the pitch misses outside, and another walk. 6th walk issued in the game by Dorminey. Walks have haunted Dorminey in this one. He trails at 4-1. And that'll bring up Colton Shaver, the first baseman. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to third base and struck out. Second strikeout victim back in the first inning. That pitch misses outside for a ball. Runners at first and second. Clark over at first base, Dugan out at second base. Phillips trying to hold him close. The pitch, it's in there for a strike. Bob Howard, your home plate umpire. That big tall guy down at first base is Darnell Ray, and Justin Clark now in between second and third. Those are your umpires for today's game. The pitch from Dorminey, blocked, but both runners are going to advance 1 base. Wild pitch as both runners move up. So now with 1 out, you got 2 in scoring position. And Shaver watches the infield come in for the Legends. The pitch misses inside for a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike the count with 1 out. So just when you think you might have them slowed down a bit, they come right back and pop a couple more runs up. They've done that once already in the game to give them 4 runs, and now another opportunity here. There's a swing and a miss. Counts full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. There's nobody on first base, so who knows what they'll play here. I doubt if they automatically send them with no force play. The pitch. Got him. Strike 3, fastball, catches the outside part of the plate. Strikeout number 4 in the game for Dorminey, and the runners hold at second and third. That's a big strikeout. 2 down in the inning, and Trayvon Robinson, the designated hitter, will step in. He's popped out to the first baseman and grounded out to third. 0 for 2 in the contest today. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Thomas Dorminey working hard to try to get out of this situation. Last 2 times he's had 2 runners in scoring position. He's lost both of them. This time he'd like to stop it and hope his legends can come in and score a few runs here in the bottom of the inning. Now we're going to have a little bit of conference over the signs, I would imagine. Home plate umpire Bob Howard along for the ride. And we'll see if it's considered a visit or a meeting. It's a visit. So no discussion on what they're going to eat this evening for dinner. Mainly on the rotation of signs, I would imagine, between pitcher catcher. They got that squared away. Robinson steps back in. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, 1-1 with 2 out. Dugan leads off of third base. Down at second is Clark. He's got a pretty decent lead now since there's a runner ahead of him. The pitch. That misses low and outside, and the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Thomas Dormany, the pitch. Just misses with that one on the outside part of the plate. The count now 3 balls and 1 strike. First base is open, so if he would lose Robinson, it would load the bases but would do no damage. The pitch. Hits that one pretty well, and that's going to get down and cut off out there, but it's going to score 2 runs. And a 2 RBI single by Trayvon Robinson, and it's a 6-1 game. So Dugan will score from third base on the play. Clark comes around and scores from second base on the play. And out at first base is Trayvon Robinson with a 1-for-3 day and 2 RBIs. That'll bring up Anderson Felix, the shortstop. He's 1-for-1 in the contest and a walk. The pitch in there for a strike. He leaned back hoping to get out of the way of that pitch, and it stayed in there right across the inside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch bounced out towards second. Phillips can't get to it. That's into center field. On his way to third will be Robinson, and there's a throw but not in time, and runners on the corners with 2 out. So another hit in the inning. This time off the bat of Anderson Felix, and he's at first base. And that's his second hit of the game. He's 2-for-2 now. And the number 9 hitter, Anthony Perrone, the catcher, will step in. He grounded out the shortstop back in the second inning, and then he grounded to the shortstop and hit into a double play back in the fourth inning. 6-3. And now we've got a coach's visit as PJ Phillips comes out to talk it over with his pitcher, gives him a pat there and says, let's go. Perrone, a 173 hitter on the season, a homer and 8 RBIs for the Barnstormers. Perrone, man on third, man on first, 2 down. Pitch in there for a strike. Perrone checks the runner at first base, looks over his shoulder, brings it plateward. That's in there for a strike. Had Perrone leaning back on the pitch. 86-mile-per-hour fastball. There's a good look at the runner at third. That's Robinson. The pitch. Little bouncer. That's foul over toward the dugout. of the visiting team, Barnstormers. No balls, 2 strikes the count with 2 out, and Lancaster leading this by 5, 6-1. Hear the wind picking up a little bit here this afternoon. The pitch, that's low inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Dormany, the pitch. Foul ball back to the netting. Robinson halfway to the plate on that one. Geraldo playing fairly straight away with a runner on third in this situation with 2 out. And the pitch. Throw down to second, and that's into center field. Another run's going to score. So a stolen base, E2 on the throw. That will allow Shaver to come in and score, or Robinson to come in and score from third base. So no RBI on the play, but another run nonetheless makes it 7-1. The pitch. Misses high, ball 1. Lancaster 7, Lexington 1. They've had 1 hit, a home run by Tejada, the first baseman. The pitch. That's fouled off over to the right side, over the roof and out of play. Dormany the pitch. That's slapped toward first base. Foul, barely. That missed by a few inches of being a fair ball, and trouble down in that corner. Phillip Irvin was way down in that corner playing for that, but more than likely, had that been fair, that would have produced another run. Felix at second base. Here's the ball slapped down that right side again, this time a little closer to in play, but it's out of play behind the Mattress Overstock Ranch down the right field line. People taking advantage of the shaded areas here at the ballpark today. They've moved up out of the sun. The pitch. Here's a little bouncer. That's out toward Cuevas, and the tag is good. Got him, and that'll retire the side. So Peroni with a ground out, 6-3, and that ends it. But 3 runs come home in the inning on a total of 1 hit. And there was 1 runner left on base, and there was 1 error on the catcher in that inning. After 4.5, the score now reads a total of 7 for Lancaster and 1 for Lexington. All right, we're ready to go here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here come the Legends. They trail it now by 6, 7-1. Time to get the sticks working a little bit here. They'll lead it off with the left fielder, Dwight Smith Jr., followed by the catcher, Blake Swihart, and then Manuel Heraldo, the third baseman, will bat third in the inning, scheduled to come up. Looking at Smith's numbers, he's only been with the team a little bit. Been in 3 games coming in. Had 8 at-bats on the year with 2 hits. An RBI. He struck out once. Here's a shot. He hit that pretty good. But it's straight up in the air, and trotting in will be Clark in right field, and he makes the play. 1 down. Catcher Blake Swihart will check in. What Blake do? First time up. So Swihart grounded out 3 unassisted for the third out of the inning. In the second inning, he's 0 for 1. 161 batter. Here's the pitch. Takes a swing at that one, and count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. There's a shot. That's kind of looped out toward third base. Easy play there for Cordero. He hauls it in, 2 down. So pop 5, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Manuel Heraldo, the third baseman, number 18. Good look at Manuel. I saw that black tie on him last game I called and was like, what is that? And now that we got a close-up, you can see it. It is a protective thing on the inside of his knee. Apparently he's got hit there quite a bit with his stance in the batter's box. He laces this one into right field for the second hit of the game for the Legends. It should all be that easy right there. So Heraldo, a little life down at first base, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Cesar Cuevas, number 6, position 6, batting in the upside down 9 position, which is 6. 208 hitter, the pitch, in there for a strike. Heraldo down at first base. Good to see another number in that hit column. The pitch. Ball misses down low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. This Barnstormer pitching staff has had our number, man. They have really kept the hits off the bats of the Legends. Here's a bouncer to third. Bad hop, throws to second, got it. Nice play down there at third base by Cordero to retire the side. Cuevas at first on the fielder's choice, and the putout goes 5-4 at second base for the third out of the inning. In the inning, there were no runs and 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the top of the 6th inning, and our score remains 7-1 in favor of the Barnstormers. Welcome back. We're ready to go here in the top of the sixth inning, and the Legends have brought in a new pitcher. It's number 11, Jalen Miller, the right-handed pitcher. He's 6 foot, 190-pounder. Attained Double-A level in Major League Baseball. The 25-year-old ready to go here, and he'll face his opposite number 11 for the Barnstormers. And that's Dunston Jr. He takes a swing and a miss at that one. Out front quickly, 0-2 is Miller. So Jalen, a right-hander. The pitch, that's hit straight up in the air. That's going to be in play. Shortstop coming over, Cuevas, and he'll make the play in foul territory. I don't think Geraldo ever saw the ball. Sun was dead in his eyes. He had his glove up there to try to help, and good angle there by Cuevas to come over and make the play. So foul out to 6 for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Melvin Mercedes. Melvin was called out for batter interference in the fourth inning with 2 out. Got in the way of Swihart's attempt to throw out a runner down at second base. So he walked back in the first inning, and then he flew out to center field in the second. So he's officially 0 for 2 in the contest and a run scored. Miller the pitch. That's fouled off to the right side, and man, that hit hard up off the facing right above the glass in the suite area, and then bounced a couple times back down to the seats. No balls, 2 strikes. Miller's pitch. That's hit straight up in the air. Cuevas behind. Geraldo at short. That's the second time Geraldo has lost the ball in the sun. He's talking to his teammate there saying, that's twice now. I've not been able to see it. And that's twice that Cuevas has come over and made the put out. So pop out the 6 for Mercedes for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Kelly Dugan. Dugan 1 for 2 and a walk. He scored twice. Grounded out to the second baseman Phillips back in the first inning. 344 batter. 21 homers, 58 RBIs. Little nubber down to Phillips. Phillips throws the first, got him. Brandon with his second assist. And that'll retire the side. In the inning, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the sixth inning, and our score remains 7 for the Barnstormers, 1 for the Legends. Here we go, Legends ready to go again, and we'll start it off with the top of the order here, and that'll be the center fielder, Boog Powell. He's 0 for 2 in the contest. Boog, left-handed hitter, takes a look at Brooks Hall, who remains in the game. 1 run, 2 hits. The Legends have committed 1 error in the contest. That's the only error in the game thus far. They checked Boog on that swing, and Justin Clark, the umpire down at third base, said, nope, didn't go. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's laced out into right center field, and that's going to bounce almost over the head. Powell going to try to go to 2, and he decides against it as a great play by Clark out there. Reached way up over his head and came out firing with a rifle shot on a 1-hop to second base, and Powell did the right thing, stopped halfway, came back to first. Would have been a close play out at second base. So a single for Boog Powell with nobody out, and that might get the key started here. He got the ignition started. Let's see if Tillman Pugh can step in and get the motor running here for the Legends. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to second base, flew out to center field. Hall, the pitch, misses outside for a ball. Powell will get a pretty good lead at first base. He's got some speed, and I know one thing, once he gets going, 3 or 4 steps into his run, they throw that way. They got respect for his speed, and Hall trying to hold him on first base. So Powell hits the second pitch of the inning into right field for a hit. There's a swing and a miss by Tillman Pugh. He caught a piece of it. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Wish you were here. Plenty of seats here. You could have really enjoyed this one, and that small breeze makes it feel that much better. Foul ball. I think that caught Peroni. Bounced off the side of his helmet, I believe. He's going to adjust that, get his mask back on. May have hit his mask. Not hard enough to jar your teeth loose, but you still feel it. Not a lot of cushion in those masks, but they will protect you. The pitch. That's fouled off over the stands roof down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes, a count. Nobody out, and we got Boog Powell down at first base. Legends need something to happen here, and happen fast in this one. Bottom of the 6th inning, we've got 1 run on a home run by Tejada. Like to get him up this inning again. That pitch outside for a ball. Laughing at Peroni, he reached out, grabbed the ball, and jerked it back into the strike zone. It was 3 feet outside. Pugh, a .268 hitter with 8 dingers, 28 RBIs. The pitch misses outside. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brooks Hall walked his 3rd batter of the season back in the 4th inning, and he's got a 3-2 count here. Here's the pitch, and that's a foul ball. That hit Peroni as well. Hit him right in the helmet again. Excuse me, the mask. He's taking the mask off now. He'll reset it. So he's been hit twice here by Pugh. Hall, the pitch. Misses outside, ball 4, and Pugh with the 2nd walk of the game issued by Brooks Hall. That's the 4th of the season. Not very many. First and second, nobody out. Here comes Brandon Phillips, 0 for 2. Phillips now with a golden opportunity here. Runner in scoring position. If he could get a gapper right here, he might be able to get 2 across the plate and cut that lead. Legends needing some hits right here. Nobody out. Brooks Hall looks back at second base. The pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. Seems like Hall is missing quite a bit to the outside part of the plate to right-handed hitters. Trying to keep the ball away from them and get them to swing at bad pitches, I believe. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off right above us and out of play. Runners at first and second. Powell off of second base. Pugh off first. 1-1. Pitch up in his eyes. 2 balls, 1 strike. So if Phillips can reach base here and load him up, that'll give Phillip Irvin an opportunity with the bases loaded. Irvin coaxed a walk last time he was up. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's fouled out right above my head and over the roof. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Brandon. 227 hitter on the season and his first home run of the year last night on his birthday. Brandon, 41 years old. And in the shape of a 25-year-old. The pitch. That's hit pretty well, pretty high and shallow in center. And Dunston goes out to make the play from, or Mercedes goes out to make the play from second base. Dunston having a little trouble with it. They came together out there and Mercedes comes away with it. So pop out to 4 out in the outfield. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And Phillip Irvin will step in. He walked back in the 4th inning, was stranded there, and then he hit a long fly ball to left field in the 2nd that Dugan made a great running catch against the wall to put him out. One ball, no strikes the count to Phillip Irvin. 1 out, runners at first and second. Legends need a big bingo right here. Irvin, the pitch to him, fouled it off right side. And the count 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. PE in there, wanting a hit. See what kind of pitch Hall gives him this time. Fastball, he hits it straight up, way up in the air. Right fielder Clark going to settle in underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 down. So we got the first 2 on base. The next 2 pop out. So here comes Isaias Tejeda, the lone run in the game for the Legends. He hit a solo shot back in the 2nd inning. That's been it as far as run production. So here he is again, this time 2 runners on base. a shot would go real well right here and cut this lead down to 3. 7-1. Barnstormers lead it over the Legends. Hall steps off the rubber as Tejada continues to get ready. Now he's in the batter's box, and we're ready to go. Saw Boog Powell, there he is off second base. Hall the pitch. That's laced well. That's hit the left center field. That's his second home run of the game. A 3-run shot. And Tejada with all 4 Lexington Legends runs. That was an identical shot. May have been 10, 15 feet to the left of his last one. He got every bit of that one right out over the 2022 video board there and into the bushes, and a huge hit for Tejada. 2 home runs in the contest, give him 3 RBIs, and all of a sudden we got a 3-run game. 7-4 the score. Same scenario as the outfielders just turned and watched it go. There's a base hit. That's in the corner down the right field line, maybe more than one. On his horse is Smith Jr. He's into second easily with a stand-up double. There you go. Hits starting to come now for the Legends here in the 6th inning. They didn't get a hit until the 6th inning last night when Phillips homered. And now in this inning, 3 hits already in the inning, including a 3-run home run. 3 runs in, and another runner out at second base in Smith Jr. And we may see a change here on the mound. And we may not. Peoples decides not to make the switch, and he's going to stay with Brooks Hall. So Swihart now, he grounded out 3 unassisted in the 2nd inning, popped out to the 3rd baseman back in the 5th. So here we go, opportunity for him to cut this lead down to 2 with a base hit here. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Blake Swihart, the catcher. Brooks Hall, 1 ball, no strike count with 2 out. Runner at second base, Smith. And that misses, 2 balls and no strikes. Smith Jr. on that hit down the right field line, he never let up. He was cooking all the way from the plate and easily into second base with a double. Swihart now, the pitch, misses that. Upstairs, a ball. And the count now 3 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting catcher for the Lexington Legends. There's a good look at Dwight Smith Jr. out there at second base, his 3rd hit as a Lexington Legend. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike the count now. So Dwight Smith Jr. gots to be feeling pretty good out there at second base and would love to score here and cut this lead down to 2. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Swihart. Bangs the end of the bat, a little frustrated with himself. He didn't get that one. He liked that pitch. The 160 hitter settles in. Brooks Hall. The pitch. That's low, ball 4, and Swihart slams the bat down, and he'll run down to first base on the base on balls. That is the 3rd walk given up here. And that's going to be it for Brooks Hall. So he gets a pat on the back from Peoples. Ross, the manager for the Barnstormers, and we'll have a new pitcher coming into the ball game here for Lancaster. We'll have him for you here in just a couple minutes. All right, got a new pitcher in the game now for your Barnstormers. It'll be Donald Goodson checking in, making his 18th appearance on the season. All in relief. He's got an ERA of 7.06. He's had one save on the season. Pitched in 21 2/3 innings. He's allowed 17 runs, all of them earned, 4 home runs. He's walked 16 and struck out 18, so here we go. Pitch misses outside for a ball. So Manuel Giraldo in there, number 18. Got 2 runners on, first and second. 2 down. That pitch hit right back this way. Going to be right in front of the press box here. Didn't take a favorable hop to get up in here, though. Bounced forward. I think Hugh or Keith might have had a grab on that had it bounced this way. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now. There's a good look at Smith Jr. out at second base. That's in there for a strike. Giraldo leaning out of the way of that pitch, but Bob Howard said, nope, right there on the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch. That's laced into left center. That's going to be down and all the way to the wall, maybe. No, hustling over to come up with it is Dunston Jr., and the second run on his way to the plate, and he's in there safe. A 2-run double by Manuel Giraldo, and the Legends keep the hits coming. Been looking for this. Nice job by the center fielder. He hustled to get over there to at least get a play on it, and the throw to the cutoff man. They might have had a play at the plate, but he was unable to hang on to it, had to try to catch and throw instantly. And 2 RBIs for Giraldo as Smith Jr. scores from second base, and all the way from first base comes Swihart. So 5 runs in the inning. We got a 1-run ball game, and that tying run is out at second base. So Cesar Cuevas, the shortstop, with an opportunity to tie this game up coming into this inning, down 7-1. There's the shot. There's the base hit to right field. Clark's going to come up with it. He's throwing to home plate, but not a chance, and we got a tie ball game. Wow, what a comeback by the Legends. RBI for Cuevas. And we'll go back to the top of the order and Boog Powell here in the 6th inning. So the 10th batter to come to the plate, Donald Goodson, has faced 2 batters and given up 2 hits, and all 3 of those runs will be charged to Brooks Hall. Make that 2 of those runs will be charged to Brooks Hall. The run by Geraldo will be charged here to Goodson. There's a shot. That's hit to left field deep, but there to make the catch and put it away is Dugan, and that'll retire the side. But 6 runs come in the inning on 1, 2, 3, 4, count them with me, 5 hits, and there was a runner left on base. No errors in the inning. And at the end of 6 complete, ladies and gentlemen, we're all tied up with a score of 7-7. Welcome back to Wild Health Field. The Lexington Legends get the fireworks out early this upcoming 4th of July weekend as they pound out quite a performance there in that last inning. They have 7 runs, 7 hits, and an error in the contest, and they scored 6 of those runs in the last inning on 5 hits, including the second home run by Tejada in the game. Remaining in the game in a relief role is Jalen Miller for his 2nd inning for the Legends, and he'll face the 3rd baseman, Andretti Cordero, and Cordero already with a 1-1 count. Amazing. 2 balls hit almost in exactly the same place for home runs. There's a shot. That's down the right field line, and that's foul. Bounces over in the old bullpen area of the Legends. Isaías Tejada, a home run in the 2nd inning, a solo shot, then a 3-run blast. Part of that 6th inning where they scored 6 runs, and nice to see that. Now let's keep that going, Legends. That'll turn that 25-34 record around real quick. Here's a little lazy looper out in the center field, and Boog Powell comes in. Easy play for him, one down. Right fielder Ladarius Clark, number 1, checks in. His walk-up music, interesting. He has not had an official at bat in this game, although he's been up there 3 times. Knocked in a run. He's walked twice, and he scored a run. So he got an RBI and a run scored and hasn't had an at-bat. The pitch to Clark misses outside for a ball, and count evens up, now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The windup and the pitch, swing and a miss. Held on to by Swihart behind the plate. Miller, the pitch. Got him with a fastball on the outside corner. That evens it up now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 1 out. Cordero with the fly out. Short center field, the pitch. That's looped out that way as well, but Brandon Phillips will back up and make the play. So a pop to 4, and there are 2 outs quickly here in the top of the 7th inning, and Colton Shaver, the first baseman, will come to the plate. He's struck out twice in this game and then grounded out to the third baseman, so 0 for 3 in the contest. Number 35 to face Miller, the pitch. In there for a strike. Miller's starting to get his groove down now. He's doing a fine job here to the 270 hitting Shaver. The pitch. Breaking pitch right in there for strike 2. .76-mile-an-hour fastball, did a big loop down into the mitt. The pitch, fastball, that's low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Man, that was nice to see that inning. I can't get over that offensive inning. Need a lot more of them this season. Approaching the halfway mark here next week. The pitch misses outside, 2-2 the count. So Shaver not fishing right now. He's waiting on a good pitch to swing at. Miller with the 2-2 pitch. See if he comes with that breaking pitch one more time. Oh, man. That was here. Yeah. Foul ball coming our way. Just caught the top of the netting over there. You little leaguers would have been happy to know that Tom had both hands up ready to catch that. So did Keith. We had it covered. The pitch. That's fouled off down the right field line. Won't be playable. A little too deep into the seats, and a mad scramble. Ball still on the ground. Everybody running for it. And finally, the smallest guy going after it came out of there with it. Sometimes it pays to be small. Shaver, 9 home runs, 37 RBIs on the season with a .270 batting average, facing Miller here. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count with 2 out. Miller settles in. The pitch. Got him. Tagged him out. Strikeout. 3rd out of the inning. In the inning, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning with the score all tied up. Lancaster 7, the Lexington Legends 7. All right, here we go. Legends come to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning after scoring 6 in the inning before, and leading it off will be Tillman Pugh here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tillman with a walk, he scored a run, and he grounded out to second and flied out to center. So he's 0 for 2 and a run scored in this one. He scored on that 3-run home run by Tejeda in the 6th inning. Tejeda had a solo shot back in the 2nd. The pitch, got a piece of it. No balls, 1 strike. That's going to give you an assist and the goal on that one, Keith. My water bottle took off. It's empty. And he made a nice grab, and then he did the baby hook shot and almost put it in the bucket. But you would have been in there for the rebound and got it and put it back in. So, yes. Swing and a miss. Wow. Took a healthy cut at that pitch, was low and outside. Tillman, the only souvenir ball I've gotten from Wild Health Field last year off the bat of Tillman Pugh down at the other end of the press box. Swing and a miss, got him. So Pugh goes down, first out in the inning, and that is the first strikeout for Donald Goodson. Now to bring up Brandon Phillips. Phillips popped out last time to the second baseman, struck out in the 4th, and grounded out to Cordero over there at third base. So let's see if Brandon's got a little bit of pop in his bat this time up there. Smacks this one toward the shortstop. Fila's up with it. He'll fire it over to first base, and there's 2 out. Phillip Irvin due up. Irvin 0 for 2. Fly out to left, fly out to right, and he walked in between. So 27 is well overdue. 243 batting average, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Goodson, and that misses, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. A check down to first base said no, he did not go. Darnell Ray, when he says safe, that's a wingspan of about 10 feet. Here's the pitch, and that's in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes, the count now to Phillip Irvin. 2 down quickly here in the bottom of the 7th. But Irvin's staying alive out there. 3-0. Goodson's pitch upstairs inside, ball 4. So Irvin draws a walk. Down to first base he goes. That walk to Swihart in the middle of 2 doubles hurt the Barnstormers last inning, is 4 runs plus 2 more came across for the Legends. The pitch, and on his way to steal second is Irvin. Peroni came up with the ball to throw, and it flew out of his hand, and Irvin slides head first into second with a stolen base. So scoring position for the go-ahead run now here for the Legends. Changes things a little bit. as guess who steps in? Tejada, 2 for 3, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a runner in scoring position. Goodson steps off, looks back to second base. You got to wonder what's going through his mind right now. This guy's crushed 2 out of here. The pitch. That's slapped toward the shortstop. He'll come up with it. The long throw by Felix got him. That retires the side. On the ground out, 6-3. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left on base. And we head to the top of the 8th inning here with the score still tied 7-7. All right, we're back. 8th, top of the 8th. Here we go. Lancaster Barnstormers will come to the plate, and they'll start it off with the DH, Robinson. Trayvon Robinson leading off the 8th inning here. Into the ball game for the Legends is right-handed pitching Jeff Johnson, number 40, 6 foot, 185-pound, 32-year-old. Who made the AAA level in Major League Baseball. The big right-hander ready to go. Foul ball, right side, no balls, 1 strike. Johnson looks more like he's 6'2 or 6'3 out there. I think it's just the way he's built, the size of his frame. And he may have his hat setting up 2 or 3 inches higher than normal as well. I'm just so used to seeing these giants out here pitching. 6'5", 6'6". That's in there low on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Little nubber behind second base, and it's going to be an infield hit. I like that. See, if you're nice to people, Keith, they bring you free hamburgers. I like that. That's a good perk of working a game up here in the press box area. So a single by Robinson. And there's a 4 to 6 to 3 double play. Nice turn there, Phillips. to Cuevas to Tejada, and there's 2 down. So that rubs out that infield single by Robinson, but Robinson with 2 hits in the game and a couple of RBIs and a run scored, and Felix was 2 for 2 until he hit into that double play. Johnson getting out of trouble there. First pitch in there to Peroni is a little tight, ball 1. There's a shot that's into center field for a base hit. So, runner on first base now with 2 down, and back to the top of the order we go. Schwan Dunston Jr. will step in. There's a bunt, throw to first. Ball gets away. That's going to go out into right field. And runners are going to end up at second and third. Ball comes into the catcher. Swihart barehands it. So the bunt, and really, there really wasn't a chance on the play at first base on that, but went ahead and went after it. So a base hit, and then a error on the throw, allowing the runner to go to second and the other runner to go to third. That one's lifted foul and out of play. So a bunt single on an attempted sacrifice. The job's done, but courtesy of the throwing error. Ball misses outside and high. 7-7 the score. 2 out here in the 8th inning, but runners at second and third for the Barnstormers, and Jeff Johnson going to try to get out of this one right now. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's too high. Throw to third, and they got him. No, they didn't get him. He pointed to the bag, apparently, saying that he was back. Did you see the safe sign? Okay, so he called the safe sign quickly. Let's see it here. Here's the throw. Yeah, there's the safe sign. So he did. He got that safe sign out there. Now they fake a throw down to second base and back into second. Goes Dunston Jr. So Peroni's at third, and Dunston Jr.'s out at second base. Here's the pitch. That misses inside, and count 3 balls and 1 strike now with 2 outs. Nobody on first. Here's the pitch. That's out into left center field. That's a base hit. That's going to score at least 1 run, and now we'll score 2. So, as we said earlier in the game, you hang around and it'll happen. Mercedes with a 2-run single, and it's 9-7. Dunston scores from second base on the play, and Peroni scores from third base. So 9-7, 2 out. And Kelly Dugan steps in. He's singled, he's walked, and he's grounded out twice to second base. Nine runs, 10 hits now for the Barnstormers. Top of the 8th inning. They're batting with 2 out. Runner at first. The pitch. Fouled out of here. Down the left side. Dugan, a .342 hitter. He's got 21 dingers, 58 RBIs. And the widest stance I've seen in the Atlantic League. He uses the whole batter's box. There's a little flare out into left field, and that's going to fall foul. Curving away from the line, Geraldo tried to go back to get it, and Smith Jr. was so far back he was unable to get anywhere near it. He had a long way to run. And with the reputation of Dugan and his power hitting skills, the outfielders aren't going to play in too close. Easily could drop a line drive out as we get a nice overhead view here of the field. That was cool. Great job by the crew there. I like that. Got the bird's eye view of the defense right there. So Dugan waves the bat around. Here's the pitch. Laced foul down the right field line. He has missed on both sides of the infield. He'll adjust that batting glove again. It's interesting, he's wide open in his stance, but I've noticed here the last 2 balls he swung at, he pulls that wide open right foot in to go ahead straight away toward the pitcher. Keep an eye on him, see if he does it again here as Johnson. The pitch. He does it again and he strikes out. Foul tip, caught by Swihart, and that'll retire the side, but damage done. 2 runs in the inning as he strikes out. A total of 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in the inning. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the score 9-7 in favor of Lancaster. Bottom of the 8th inning. Second pitch hitting. Smith Jr. grounds out to the first baseman, one down. Got to bring up Blake Swihart, the catcher. Swihart walked last time up, scored on the double by Geraldo. One out in the inning, the pitch, as Donald Goodson remains in the ballgame. Came in relief of Brooks Hall and got knocked around a little bit, but now he seemed to have settled down quite a bit. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Misses outside again, and Swihart looking at a 3-1 count now. Possibility of walking twice in a row here in this contest. Legends need a base runner, down by 2. The pitch. And that's ball 4. So Swihart back down to first base again. And the tying run in Manuel Geraldo will come to the plate, number 18, third baseman. Geraldo with a double, 2 RBI double. He had a single, and he flew out. So he's 2 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run scored in the game thus far. Great game here for Geraldo. See if he can add some more to it here with a runner on first base and 1 out. Goodson throw to first. Swihart back in time. Goodson. The pitch. Letter high fastball, a strike. Geraldo 240 hitter now with 2 home runs and 9 RBIs on the year. Left-handed hitter. Taking a long look out there at Donald Goodson. Goodson the pitch. That's flared over on the left side and into the stands. It's like a thing, you know, if you get the ball, you got to hold it up so everybody can see it. The pitch. Low. Swihart can't go anywhere. He stays at first base, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Manuel Geraldo with a big double last time up. Can he do it again? The pitch from Goodson on the way. Too high outside. Peroni framed it out there pretty good for home plate umpire Bob Howard. Bob said, nah, missed. Goodson. There's a good look at the battery there. Here's the pitch. Lifts this one foul and out of play, and that stays up in the stands and is bouncing down the steps and grabbed over there. Nice grab with the opposite hand. Drink in one hand, bare-handed it with the left hand. Puts it in his pocket. He's ready to go. 2-2 from Goodson on the way. Laced into right field. That's a base hit. Runners at first and second now. with just one out here and tying run at first base, the go-ahead run coming to the plate. So 3 hits in a row for Manuel Heraldo. Down to second base goes Swihart on the single. And Cesar Cuevas with an RBI single last time up. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 5th. And we got another conference and another pitching change. It's going to be all for Goodson. We'll have the reliever for you here in just a couple minutes. Number 29, Cole Aker in to pitch for the Lancaster Barnstormers. 6'2", 205 right-hander. Out of Memphis, Tennessee, there's a runner, both runners going, and a double steal works to perfection. They took off on the first pitch, and runners now with one out at second and third, tying run at second. Go-ahead run at the plate in the likes of Cesar Cuevas. 1 ball, no strike, the count to Cuevas as Aker. Looks for a sign. Cuevas with an RBI single last time up. Hit that one pretty well, but out of play. Legend's going to send somebody down to clear the ball from the playing surface. Down in the old mound area. .213 hitter is Cuevas. The pitch. Base hit. That's going to score at least one. They're going to put the brakes on run number 2, and Cuevas at first. Runner at third, still only one out, and a run in Swihart, and it's a 1-run ball game. So an RBI single for Cuevas, who's 2 for 4 now in the contest. That'll bring up Boog Powell with one out, and he's got runners at first and third. Heraldo at third base. Cuevas at first base. Aker on the mound still, and Boog Powell in a great position here. He could tie this game up with a ball out of the infield. Aker the pitch. That's up high. No, they say letter high, strike one. Thought that might have been a little high and outside, but Bob Howard got a little better view of it than me. Powell, a 274 hitter. No balls, one strike. Flared, foul, and out of play down the left field line. Boog Powell, a 1-for-4 day. Run scored. Nine hits for the Legends. They need one here. This is outside the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. What looked like a runaway by the Barnstormers early on there. They got up to a 7-1 lead in the headed into the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th, and then the Legends popped the cap on their offense. Here's a ball that's lifted out to left field, short, long run. That's going to fall in there and get by the outfielder, and we're going to get the go-ahead run in now. They're waving him in. Here's the throw from the outfield, not even going to be close, and Powell over to third base on the throw into the plate. So a double for Boog Powell, scores 2. Big hit there by Powell. Trouble all the way. 3 runs in the inning. Runner at third base, only 1 out. Tillman Pugh back in. Pugh struck out, walked, and grounded out and flied out. Same situation here. Insurance run time now for the Legends. If they can get a ball out of the infield here, it could score another run. The pitch. In there for a strike. So Donald Goodson came in to no avail in relief, and now Cole Aker, same situation. Cannot hold this offense down. They got it sparked, and it's still flying. Here's the pitch. That misses outside for a ball. Looks like the Legends of old last year, man. They'd get something started, and it just would continue. The Barnstormers holding the Legends last night to just 2 runs through 11 innings, and the Legends lead at 10-9 right now with a runner on third base and just 1 out. Powell feeling good about that last hit. Couple of RBIs. He's got a couple of hits, 2 for 5 in the game today. Here's the pitch to Pugh. He went after that one. 2-2 the count. Darnell Ray said yes, he did. Yeah, the head of that bat was clear around. He tried to whip it back quick, but they got him. 266 hitter is Pugh. 8 home runs, 28 RBIs. He needs a fly ball here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. It got him. He struck out back-to-back here in the last 2 innings. 2 down now, and that'll bring up Brandon Phillips. There's a guy that can get a ball through the infield here on a single. It's this guy right here. Again, talk about a guy that knows the strike zone. He's got about 3 million at-bats in his career, I'm sure, counting all the levels of baseball he's played. Aker, the pitch. Phillips lifts this one foul and out of play. Young man able to go get it. Looks like he's caught 2 or 3 balls today. He's carrying a couple with him. He throws one up for grabs. Good kid. Here's the pitch. That's hit straight up in the air, fairly deep to center field, but it looks like Dunston's going to have a chance to play on it, and he does, and that'll retire the side on the fly out to 8. But in the inning, a total of 3 runs come across the plate on 1, 2, 3 hits. There was a runner left on base. And as we head to the top of the 9th inning, the score is your Lexington Legends 10, the Lancaster Barnstormers 9. All right, we're ready to go. New pitcher in the ball game for your Lexington Legends. It's number 17, Daniel Gibson, left-hander, 6'3", 215. He made it as high as the AAA level in Major League Baseball. The 30-year-old called in to get a win here in this one with a 10-9 lead in the contest. First pitch hit straight up. That's going to bounce in front of us. Oh, that was close. I was up and ready for that one, Keith. I thought that definitely was going to get here, but Concrete had other ideas. Here's the pitch. That's laced foul down the left field line, through the bushes, through the picnic area, all the way to the back of the lot. So Cordero 0-2 pitch misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gibson an opportunity here to pick up the save. The pitch, that's hit right to Phillips. He'll come up with it, throws to first, 1 out. Ground out 4-3, 2 outs away from a victory are your legends. Ladarius Clark, the right fielder, will step in. Ladarius finally got an at-bat in the 7th inning there when he popped out to Phillips. He walked before that. Hit a sacrifice fly, got an RBI back in the 3rd inning to right field, and then he walked in the 1st inning. The pitch by Gibson misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Clark, a .285 hitter. Ladarius looks out. There's the pitch, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So both teams have all their pitchers in the bullpen kind of watching what's going on in the game right now. I think only one is warming up for Lancaster, and we got a disagreement by all the fans that are here on that last call. 3 balls, no strikes, the count, as that pitch by Gibson looked pretty doggone good. The pitch, that's lifted in the air. That's over toward the right fielder, Irvin. He's going to camp underneath it and make the play. He had some trouble with the sun, but was able to hang on to it. And Boog Powell, I think, was having a little laugh out of that play out there. Boog also having a little bit of trouble spotting that ball in the sun. But a nice play out there. Fly out to 9 for the 2nd out. 1 out away from a victory are your legends. And the man standing in the way is Colton Shaver, the first baseman. Gibson, the pitch. And that's called low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Belt high fastball, catches the outside corner. 84 mile an hour fastball. Legends looking to pick up a victory here and go to 22 wins on the year, opposite 37 losses. And again, end of the first half of the season coming up real quick. Then as far as the playoffs are concerned, it starts all over again. The pitch misses outside, and the count 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Foul tip. Barely got a piece of it, knocked it to the backstop. Count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. Big pitch for Gibson here. Opportunity for this Legends team to pick up a Wednesday afternoon victory here in the matinee at Wild Health Field. The pitch. That's hit well, and that's hit deep. That's hit far, and that's gone. Long gone. We got a tie ball game. We'll play more baseball now. Home run number 10, RBI number 38. As Shaver just blasted one out of Wild Health Field. Now we're tied. 10-10. The pitch. Little high for a ball. Trayvon Robinson, the designated hitter, had a single his last time up, singled before that, and then popped out and grounded out. 2 for 4. Wow. Foul ball to the right side against the netting. So Shaver got all of that one. Smith Jr. back, was against the wall and just watched it fly completely over the bullpen. He hit that a long way. No balls, 2 strikes. Gibson, the left-hander, deals. Just misses low outside, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Bouncer, foul down the left field line. Smith Jr. will have to trot over and get that. It bounced about 30 feet out into fair territory. And he flips it out of there. Nobody even close to the ball. So it looks like somebody's going to walk over and pick it up. And they do. .256 hitter is Robinson. The pitch misses outside, and we got a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. 10-10 the score. 10 runs, 10 hits for the Legends, 2 errors. 10 runs, 11 hits for the Barnstormers with no errors. Gibson's 3-2 pitch on the way. Bounced foul down the third base line, and that'll stay in the foul territory there. So the third base coach will hustle down and pitch it out of play. Just stick it in his pocket for right now. There's a guy down there. The guy's got like 4 foul balls already. He's going to have a garage sale here after the game. There's a ball that's laced into left center field for a base hit. Powell over to cut it off and gets it back in quickly. And Robinson with his 3rd hit of the game down at first base with a base hit. So inning stays alive for the Lancaster Barnstormers. The big hit by the first baseman Shaver, who had struck out 3 times and grounded out. Then he steps up with 2 out in the top of the 9th in a do-or-die situation and hits a mammoth shot out of here to left field. Anderson Felix is in, the shortstop. He's going to step in there. He hit into a double play last time up. 2 outs now. There's the pitch. Misses inside for a ball. Gibson off the mound to play defender in that situation. Felix 2 home runs, 24 RBIs. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Gibson Took a little off that fastball and got it in there about 81 mile an hour, and he had Felix way out in front of that one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the shortstop of the Barnstormers. Top of the 9th inning, we're tied at 10. The pitch. Throw down to second on 1 hop. Ball gets away. Phillips trying to get him to run. And Phillips in slow motion goes to pick up the ball. So a stolen base for Robinson, and now the Barnstormers have a runner in scoring position. So 2-2 the count. 2 out, runner on second. The pitch. That's slapped toward Phillips. He'll come up with it. Throw to the pitcher at first, and they got him. No, they called him safe. Called him safe. Wow. And more than one questioning the call at first base. Let's look at it. The ground ball, Phillips comes up with it. Gibson on his way. There's the throw. Ball beats the runner, and they called the runner safe. Wow. Wow. P.J. Phillips out there talking it over with Darnell Ray, but Darnell, I think you missed that one, sir. So Fela's on first base. That'll be a base hit on the infield. Over to third base goes Robinson. And first and third now with 2 out. Wow. That ball arrived, I mean a split second. It was as Felix was coming down on his last big hop to first base, and it was bang, bang for sure, but replay sure made it look like he was out. And the pitch. That's hit towards center field. Boog Powell there to haul it in, and we got a 10-10 game going to the bottom of the 9th inning on the fly out to 8. In the inning, though, there was 1 run on a total of 3 hits, and there was 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. We're all tied up at 10. We are back heading to the bottom of the ninth inning. Got a new pitcher in the game for the Lancaster Barnstormers. It's going to be West Tunnel, number 26, 6'1", 195-pounder out of Phoenix, Arizona. He played AAA baseball as the highest he went in the major leagues. Born in '93. So here we go. Legends up. First pitch, in there for a strike. Philip Irvin, Isasis Tahada, and Smith Jr. with a 10-10 ball game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Irvin. So Tunnel in. Which tunnel do I take? You take the West Tunnel. The pitch. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Excuse me, check swing. Bounces over toward the Legends dugout. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So it's going to be the right fielder, Philip Irvin, and then Tahada, who has 2 home runs in this game already. The pitch. High and tight. 2-2. 94 mile an hour on that fastball. Whistling a little chin music as it went by. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Tunnel. Hit straight up in the air. I mean straight up in the air. It's drifting toward the Legends dugout and bounces in the dugout. New life. First baseman Shaver was right over the railing in the photographer's area down there and just out of his reach. Wind had a big to-do with that one. Get it up high in the air. That wind is swirling up there above the stadium. Not a cloud in the sky, beautiful blue sky. Tunnel the pitch. That's fouled off this way over our head and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. There's nobody out. Irvin trying to get on base here and get that winning run on the base paths. 243 hitter. Tunnel. The right-hander, the pitch. Got him. And Irvin thought it was low. He just now started to move out of the batter's box. So looking at it, down goes Irvin. Isasis Tahada will step in. Tahada 2 for 4, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. How about make it a trifecta here, Tahada, with a walk-off right here. Solo shot. Same spot out by the crush sign. The pitch. Misses outside for a ball. Now, Tunnel's been out there in the bullpen for most of the game, so he's seen a couple of those guided missiles fly out of here. Wonder if we're going to see anything thrown to Tahada in this situation. 1 out. Nobody on. We're tied at 10. The pitch. Checked it. Outside again. 2 balls, no strikes the count. And between you and me and that big old white ball out there in center field, I kind of doubt if he gets anything good to hit here. One swing of the bat could win this ball game for the Legends if Tejada could tie into one here. And Tunnel, the first one to know that out there. The pitch. That's low, inside, 3-0 the count. A waste pitch right here is more than likely what Tunnel will throw. Tries to bring anything inside. Tejada might be setting on a fastball here. Let's see. The pitch. Inside. And that's a base on ball, so Tejada down to first base. On the walk, 1 out. Winning run at first base. And Dwight Smith Jr., who picked up his 3rd hit in the 6th inning with a double. In a good situation here, if he could catch some good wood on that baseball and put it in a gap out there, he could have a walk-off double here with 1 out. The pitch by Tunnel way outside, and Peroni had to come up out of his stance to catch that one. It was on its way to the backstop. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Not yet. We need a base hit here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Smith Jr. just missing that low and outside fastball. That was over the plate, though, so good eye by the left fielder. The pitch. He flares that one into the netting behind home plate. Interesting situation here for the Legends. They've got a runner on first base. The potential winning run of this baseball game. We're tied at 10. We're batting in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tunnel, the pitcher, delivers. Swing and a miss. And he foul tipped it. So he stays alive in there. Keith, did you know that the third base concession is open? Yeah. I found out about that by looking at the video screen. I love that new video screen. It's pretty awesome. Tunnel, the pitch. That's flared out to the left side, out of play. Bounces down around the fencing down that way. And looks like somebody seated down there is going to go pick that one up. Here's the pitch. Foul tip. Staying alive in there. Wow. Smith Jr. fighting for his life here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Little bingo here for Smith. Much needed by the Legends. Pick up another Victory in a tight ball game, man. Just unbelievable. Hits this one in the air. That's a little flare in the infield. Third baseman over, and he'll make the catch. Cordero gloves it, 2 down. So Blake Swihart, who has walked his last 2 times up, he's scored 2 runs. He's scored every time he's walked. Here he is again now. Opportunity here just to get the runner in scoring position with 2 out. Powell, the pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. West Tunnel. The pitch. Misses outside again, 2-0. So Tunnel behind in the count, 2 balls, no strikes with 2 out. Runner on first, the pitch. Misses outside again, 3-0. So Swihart has a couple of pitches to try to get his 3rd walk of the game. And if that's the case, Manuel Iraldo standing by on deck, and he's been very efficient behind Swihart in this game this afternoon. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike the count with 2 out. So Tunnel, the pitch. That's fouled off, left side up on the roof and out of play. Here's Tunnel, the pitch. Missed it outside, ball 4. So with the runner in motion going to second base, the winning run is at second base now with Swihart at first base on the base on balls. And out comes, can't tell if that's the pitching coach Mark Johnson or if that's Ross Peoples. Looks like Mark Johnson this time. He's going to come out and just talk pitching to him there. Peroni with a nice pat on the back. Conversation going on. I think they might be just allowing him a chance to take a couple deep breaths, stretch out a little bit, and see if he's ready to go. Got a pinch runner into the game for your Lexington Legends, going to go out to second base. And that's going to be number 33, TK Kuntz. Is going to come in to pinch run at second base for Tejada. So Kuntz out at second, and Kuntz has speed, good speed. So they're thinking he's in with ease on any kind of base hit out there. Now the outfield has moved in about 5 to 10 yards all the way around left, center, and right field to play a ground ball single that might get through the infield. So Tunnel, his pitch, swing and a miss by Iraldo. Geraldo singled back in the 8th inning, scored a run. He doubled in the 6th inning, knocked in 2 and scored a run. So he's been a big part of this comeback for the Legends. And a timeout called now as Geraldo will step out of the batter's box for a moment. Tunnel will reset on the mound. Geraldo ready to go. Runners at first and second. Kuntz out at second base, the potential winning run, the pitch. That's laced foul and hits the aluminum facing in front of one of the suites over there. Comes back down into the stands. Not a lot of people over there, so there's no sprint to get that foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runners at first and second. The pitch from Tunnel. That's bounced toward first base and into the photographer's booth there by the Legends dugout. You see Kuntz was all the way to third base on that one. So I would imagine he's got instructions no matter what, you're going to go from second to home on any hit ball in this situation. Depending, of course, on whether or not it's in a situation where he could be thrown out at the plate. Tunnel. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He caught it, and that retires the side. So opportunity goes by the boards for your Lexington Legends, and we'll head to the top of the 10th inning and play goofy baseball, Atlantic League style, in just a couple of minutes. All right. Are you ready for some goofy baseball now? We get to put a runner out at second base here in extra innings. And the last person out was Peroni, I believe. So do we have Peroni at second base? So put Peroni at second base as if he earned his way there, and the top of the order will be the first one up here. Dunston Jr. will bat. He singled last time up. He's walked, he struck out, he flew out and fouled out, and grounded out. Here's the pitch. Pitch in there for a strike. Mason Cole is the new pitcher in the ball game for your Lexington Legends. The right-hander, 6'6", 200, another one of those tall guys out there. So Cole looks at the runner at second base. Here's the pitch, the bunt into the stands. So now, no balls and 2 strikes the count, and a good situation here for Mason Cole. Will he try to bunt with 2 strikes is the question. Cole facing Dunston. And the pitch. He slaps this one foul down the left field line, and that's going to ricochet down in the corner, and one of the bench players out to pick up that loose ball so that Smith Jr. doesn't have to come over and grab it. So Cole now checks the runner, the pitch. Misses outside, and the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 10th inning, we're tied at 10. 3 lovely 10s. I was looking to see, do we have a 10 in the lineup? No, we don't. Mason Cole, long look, the pitch. That's hit pretty well. Center field, hustling in is Irvin. He'll grab it. Nobody's going to advance. So fly out to 9 for the first out of the inning. Peroni stays at second base, and that'll bring up Melvin Mercedes. Melvin's had an interesting game. 2 RBI single, pop out to the shortstop, called out for batter interference on a throw to second on a attempted stolen base. He walked, and then he flew out to left field. The pitch, swing and a miss. Wound him up on that one. 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Mason Cole. Big batter here. If he can get this out here, then there's a good possibility the Legends can get out of this top half of the 10th inning with no runs allowed. The pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs outside. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, there's 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's looped out toward center field. Bounces, and they're not going to get the run in on that. It's a single. Seeing eye single to center, and down at first base with another hit is Melvin Mercedes. Over to third base goes Peroni. Dugan now will step in. Kelly Dugan, who struck out last time up, grounded out. He walked, he singled, and he grounded out. Single coming in the third inning. Cole the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Catches the inside part of the plate. 90-mile-an-hour fastball right at the knees. So Cole in control right now. Here's the pitch. That's lifted foul and out of play down the left side. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That's low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's 1 out. Runners at first and third. Peroni, who started the inning at second base, is at third base. And Mercedes, with that little flare of a single to center field, is at first base. Cole now. The pitch. Breaking pitch stays upstairs, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kelly Dugan. Rocking and rolling out there in that batter's box. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be too low inside, and we got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Question is, will they send the runner at first base, Mercedes, to try to stir things up here a little bit? The pitch, that's bounced to the first baseman. He's going to go to the plate, and they got him. So they cut down the lead runner, Peroni, 3-2 for the second out of the inning. And now you got runners at first and second with 2 down. So a fielder's choice for Dugan. Mercedes moves to second on the fielder's choice. And that basically was a bang-bang play. It looked as if Marshall, now playing first base, decided to go for maybe a double play, but then he saw that the runner just kept coming toward the plate, and he went ahead and threw it to the catcher Swihart, who put on the tag, and 2 down now. Andretti Cordero, the third baseman. Single, double, a ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out. The pitch. That's low. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. The pitch. There's a little bouncer towards second. Up with it. He'll throw to first base, and the Legends get out of it. Ground out. 5-3, and in the inning, no runs. There was 1 hit, and you had 1 runner left on base. So we go to the bottom of the 10th inning, and we're still tied at 10-10. Okay, here in the 10th inning, it'll be Manuel Araldo who will be put on second base. He made the last out with a strikeout. So he's at second base, and Cesar Cuevas will step up. And Cuevas last two times in this situation has singled and knocked in a run. So let's see if he can't do it here and just end this thing right now. First pitch from the new pitcher, Brett Clark, for the Barnstormers. That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. So Cuevas, 2 for 4 in the game with 2 RBIs. And that ball hit his bat as he tried to swing out of the way and almost went into fair territory. All the way to third base on that was Araldo. So again, P.J. Phillips instructing his runner at second base to be full bore is a good way to put it. I almost said something else that wouldn't have been nice. Oh, well, let your imagination run on that one. There's a attempted bunt, and it caught the catcher, Peroni, and he's shaken up a little bit, and it looks like it got him on the right thumb. He's favoring that and trying to shake it off. Man, that you talk about stingers sometimes, especially where there's not a lot of fleshy, fatty materials, just skin and bone, and that's one of those spots, and man, that can hurt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count, the pitch. That's over the middle, a base hit. This could decide it right here. They're going to send him, waving him all the way around. Here comes the throw to the plate, and they're not going to get him, and the Legends win it in the bottom of the 10th inning on a walk-off single by Cesar Cuevas. 11-10 the final, and a celebration out on the field. Well, let's hope this win, a big one, sparks these guys keeping that offense alive. And it was offense from the bottom of the lineup, from Tejeda on down. Tejeda with 2 home runs in the game. The first one, it was 7-1 until they hit the 6th inning, and then bang, 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 they score 6. They score 3 in the 8th, and then they score the winning run here on a walk-off single by Cesar Cuevas, and your final score is 11-10 in favor of the Lexington Legends. Now these two teams will be back at it one more time tomorrow night. And on this last visit to Lexington this year for the Lancaster Barnstormers, and we'll decide who wins the series then. But for this afternoon, it's a happy afternoon for the Lexington Legends with a final of 11-10. 11 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors for the Legends, 10 runs and 11 hits for the Lancaster Barnstormers. 14 hits, 10 runs, 14 hits. They did not commit an error in the ball game. That's going to do it for our coverage this afternoon from here at Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Be sure to join us tomorrow night as we bring more baseball your way here at 6:35 p.m. for the first pitch. I'm Tom Gross. Have yourself a pleasant Wednesday afternoon.